Good morning, my YouTube friends. Now, I'm going to be putting this phone down here, so once I get going to go to work, I will no longer be able to see. You won't see me, and I won't see you. This is my brand new iPhone 12. From now on, every single video I do, I'm going to make sure that I delete the video from my phone because it keeps it archived anyway for you. So let me turn down the fan here so you don't hear that. Now today, since I'm going to do a video going to work, it's all dark, you're just going to hear me. Here's the deal. So you got about a little less than 1 week until that grand showdown here in America for whoever we want to elect as chump of the United States for 4 more years. Okay? Now, I've been called all kinds of things because I'm not, I'm a registered Republican, but I'm really more what you say, libertarian, centrist, whatever that is. And I have voted across the board a couple times. Now, I'm sure if I told you those presidents that I voted for that were on the other side, I would get a lot of flack from the Republican side. But I'm just saying, how many people can say that they voted against party? I have. Well, anyway, this is one of the things I wanted to get into. So I'm a member of a group on Facebook. It's called Condoleezza Rice for President, and it was way back in 2016. It never did change the year, but it is a Condoleezza Rice site group. Well, it's been taken over by Trump trolls, okay? And people calling me a fence sitter. I couldn't spell. He called it setter. Called me a fence sitter because I, say I'm a centrist, all right? So there's that. It's a group about this person. Now, do I personally know her? No, but I know someone who does. Have I ever met her? No. But it's a group about her, not about Trump. Well, it's been taken over by these Trump trolls. And I felt, it kind of made me feel kind of bad because basically what a lot of these guys on this page are saying, that's why I'm doing this video, they're basically saying that if you aren't Republican and you would vote for anybody but Trump, you're not American. Well, let me tell you what. Trump has Trump in mind, okay? I don't like Joe Biden, okay? But I don't like Trump either. See, that's what a centrist is. A centrist says, hey, I really don't like either one of these guys, and I really don't want to vote for either of them. That's a centrist. Means you're a middle-of-the-road person. You'll pick whoever you like. Do I personally like Trump? No, I don't. I think Trump shoots from the hip, says shit he shouldn't say, and that's why people don't like him, okay? But on the other end of it, with COVID-19, he ain't no scientist. He isn't a, I hate to speak like I don't know what I'm talking about, but, he's not a scientist. He's not, God. You don't go by what a man tells you. Just because he says COVID's not real doesn't mean it isn't. Now, on the other end, do I believe COVID is completely 100% real? Not so much. I believe it's real, but I don't think these numbers are real. They're trying to say, oh, no. So we'll get off of that. Now, the best place that I would want to be next Tuesday night would be at home. When my door's all locked and my lights off. Because I'm going to tell you this, no matter who wins this election, no matter who does, and they may not know that day. It may take weeks. It may take till the next year. But be prepared for whoever wins to decide that didn't, the people that are supposed voters, how pissed off they're going to be if their guy doesn't win. You see what I'm saying? And if you think those protests early in the year were anything, these will be just like them, if not probably worse. Remember what they said in 2016, and they said, oh, the guy wouldn't ever win, and it was all over the media, and this and that, and then when it came down, he did. Oh, it's Russian collusion, blah, 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 blah. Come and find around, the other side does the same similar bullshit. You see what I'm saying? But that's okay, because we don't like this guy, so therefore, you know what I mean? So, I was a non-voter for many years. And then this year I thought that person, Condoleezza, would run. Well, she didn't. And that's how it was. So now I'm going to go back on the fence again as a fence sitter. It's not setter. And I'm going to watch and see how it is. There's violence all over the world because people are beginning to get to the point where they've had enough of this COVID-19 lockdown. Where I live, they're beginning to open us up. You know, they're opening restaurants here now. I don't think nursing homes are going to be open. I don't think that's going to happen. That's where my mom is. So I'm still not going to be able to go there. But we're opening up. We're having theaters. They're saying people of 200 can be together, this and that or whatever. And so that's changing. But if the virus is real, then it's going to bring chances of catching it again. But people are sick and tired of being told what they can do and where they can be and how this is and la la la. And they finally have had enough. And they don't want to do it anymore. A lot of people are just going to bring it. If I get it, I get it. I'm ready to just do whatever and go back to what I'm doing. See? But if everybody knew the grand scale of this whole thing, then maybe they'd be ready to take on the whole thing. But they can't because they don't believe what they're being told. But if they told them the real story, the real reason why this channel is here, about Nibiru, if they really told them, they wouldn't know how to do it. And I'm telling you, Facebook is so full of space stuff every day on a regular news about asteroids and planets and this and that. They're obviously prepping us for something. You know what I mean? And so there's something going on. They came on and they talked about a pole shift. I even posted it. Yeah, pole shift every 600,000 years, or many 100,000 years, and we're well over it. Meaning it's going to happen. So instead of sitting there and going, oh, it's all it is all this other shit, well, maybe it isn't. Maybe it happens to be a pole shift, not global warming. Not climate change. It's all real, global warming and climate change, but it isn't what you think it is. It's not you. It's not the gases poured into the sky. It's that the planet is going to flip again. When that happens, there'll be a gigantic earthquake, probably lasts about 20 minutes, and those who make it through, then you'll see how the rest of the world goes on. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys and say, look, this whole thing is all about a pole shift. But when it comes down to voting, you're going to find out that all these people that like Orange Man bad think that if you don't, then you're un-American, and oh, you're a Nazi, and oh, you're a liberal, and la, 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 la. One of the reasons why I don't really like politics, as much as I sometimes talk about it, I've just kind of had it. Because these guys can't stop the back and forth. The guys on the right are on the guys on the left, and the guys on the left are on the guys on the right. And there's always some dumb little thing they're going to come out and say, oh, about this guy, and oh, about that guy, and this and that, whatever, and it never ends. This person actually pushed my button finally. And I'm probably going to leave this group because there really isn't much on here about that person anymore anyway. And all it is a bunch of Trump guys that have come on here and give everybody a hard time. And then they wonder why somebody does something to them out in the street when they're wearing their shit. I'm not saying that's right, because you have a First Amendment right to protest, say what you want, do what you want without fear of violence. But that's not how it is. Then the other day, some guy who liked the blue man got jumped. See? And you don't think that whoever wins, that's going to happen? Yeah, I better think of fucking again. better think a fucking again. Because it's going to happen. Something's going to happen no matter what. I did stop and think about it, and I thought, yeah, you know why they appointed that Superior Court judge? A lot of it was to have her in, so if he doesn't make it, or they try to put him in jail, he's got somebody to be there for him. Thing is, no politician is of any humongous person is ever going to go to regular jail. Trump wouldn't go to real prison. They don't put famous people in real prisons. OJ, but that's different. Bill Cosby. But the thing is, Trump ain't going to go to a real jail. He'll do a Lori Loughlin jail. Probably won't even serve much time. They talked about that on the other end before. Oh, put him all in jail. Blah, blah, blah. Do this. Didn't happen. No. These people got too much money. They're not going to jail. Anyway, the beginning of this video was all about that. Why I get sick and tired of people saying things about other people when the crap isn't true. You know, oh, if you don't like the guy, well then you've got to be this. No, I have my freedom to like and hate who I don't, and I don't think Trump's a good person. You've never seen pictures of him and his daughters and shit. They're there. Anyway, world's changing. Things are going on in France because people are sick and tired of being told what they're going to do. They're tired of being imposed laws on them. They're tired. They don't want to do this anymore. They're done. What do you think is going to happen if they come out and finally admit that there's a big orb out there that's coming close? Now, here's one more thing. To anyone, and I'd never name the group because I respect the group. And I always do what I'm told within the group, okay? If I'm told to remove a person, I'll remove them. Whether or not I believe they should be let go or whatever, I do what they tell me. Do I 100% believe this channel? I can't say I do. You're not going to sit there and tell me that a square cloud is a craft. You're not going to tell me that these rounded clouds are planets. If a planet of any size, I don't give a shit what it is that close to here, we're going to fucking feel it. We'd be shaking and rattling and rolling, going all over the place. So you can show me all the pictures of that you want to. And I do feel bad when I delete people. But the problem is, when you signed up to the group, you did say you would be respectful. So in respectful terms, what you should do is just leave the group. Don't say anything stupid. Don't do anything dumb. Just leave the group. But these people have to come on and say all this stupid crap against the group. That's not what you agreed to. You agreed that you were going to be a nice person, respect everybody, and if you didn't believe whatever it was, you would just either kindly leave or shut up. But they can't. People join this group because they believe that it's something else, and then they realize that it isn't. Well, my friends, I am now at work. A lot of parked cars here. It's just crazy for the little amount of people that actually work here how there's nowhere to park. But anyway, I'm just trying to tell you guys that, you know, I wish people could grasp reality because it's going to change quick. You got Fauci telling us that things aren't going to go away. They're always going to be the way they are. They can go on forever. So be prepared for that because it could happen. Anyway, this whole video was really just to test out my new phone, iPhone 12. There were a lot of things that weren't working with it when I first got it that are now. And the other thing is that just because you support a person doesn't mean, how's it going? Doesn't mean that you're a bad person. But the person on this page, that's what everybody believes Republicans are. Loudmouth jerk who thinks he knows it all. Tries to quote the Bible, doesn't even know what he's quoting. doesn't realize that the times are here, that some of it is created by Orange Man Bad. So no, he isn't. But then he's got the guys on the other side of the fence that are running around like they think they run the world still. I don't know. Oh, and I'm going to close this video with one last thing. Again, to this friend of mine out there, I respect you and everything you do. But I have realized that I do bug you too much. I do send you too much shit. And I think that's going to end for a while. Because you're busy doing your own thing, and a lot of people are, and whatever. But my mind is here on this. This is the subject that I stick with, that I've done since I was like 14 or 15 years old. So this has been 50 years of this. I have to stay here. My mind cannot wander much from this, because I have to believe, like Linus, that this great pumpkin is there and that things are going to happen. But I also realize that everybody else has their own thing. So I'm not going to send you any more updates about things. I'm not going to do any of that. If you have the time and you want to message me, that's okay. But I'm not going to sit there, and I did this to another friend, I'm not going to endlessly send stuff to get thumbs up, K, stuff like that. Respectfully, we're still on the same page and the same subject and everything else, but I understand that everybody has their own life. So with that said, peace. I'll be seeing you. You guys all have a really good day, and I'll be back. Iceless guys.